Saturday Nights with the Old Man by S.C. Smith. On Saturday nights, I watched the fights with the old man. I had known him for 20 years. He had worked for a defense contractor that built planes, bombs, and anything else needed to defend the United States and its allies. He had been the facilities manager at the high-rise headquarters in Century City. He retired when they moved the bigwigs and headquarters to Washington, D.C. The old man was now 83 years old. I had known him when he was smoking cigars, chasing women half his age, and listening to Pavarotti on his $20,000 stereo system. Now, he sat in his living room chair yelling profanities at the television news. His liquor cabinet was always stocked, and his refrigerator was always empty, except for a six-pack of beer. He would stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning, drinking whiskey and flipping through old photographs of his youth. He was born in Akron, Ohio, to a black father and a white mother from New Orleans, a Creole woman. Every time I stopped by, he would say his mother never told him she loved him. His father was the first African-American law director in Akron in the 1950s. He was run out of town when he got caught embezzling money and taking bribes. The old man told me about the day his dad came home, grabbed a suitcase of clothes and left, abandoning his family with no money. He told me that story so many times that I started to paint a picture of him as a sad character, someone who had lived an unfulfilled life because of what he had been through as a kid. It had scarred him for life. His mother never telling him she loved him, and his father leaving without saying goodbye. I think it ruined him. His mother died of a stroke when he was in his 30s. Later in life, he reunited with his father, who had returned to Ohio, broke and dying. He ended up at the old man's apartment above a bar in Akron. One hot and humid Ohio afternoon, his father, in a voice as clear as a bell, asked him to go downstairs and get him a drink. By the time the old man made it back up the stairs, his father's eyes were cinched shut, his skin pale. The old man laid his hand on his father's forehead, cool to the touch. He always told that story after 2 or 3 glasses of whiskey. Some nights his 50-year-old son would call and ask for money. The old man would make excuses. I got a car repair. Well, I have to get major dental work done, son. I got to get a transplant. I mean, an implant. And those are very expensive, son. In all the years I'd known him, he never talked about his son until the last couple of years. He had 2 boys with a woman in New Jersey. The youngest died in a fiery car crash in San Antonio at 22 years old. The old man couldn't avoid the heartache any longer. His age had weakened him emotionally. As he grew older, his past haunted him. The pain stalked him night after night, drink after drink.